Okay, we've talked in other videos about how Nick Nurse of the Raptors has made a point of trying to take Stephen Curry out of the game. So we had a walk down bad memory lane to the 2019 finals where we looked at his box and one. So now back to 2021, Nick Nurse was up to his old tricks, except this time Steph Curry had on his team a few people who could hit open threes. So let's look at just a few plays where that happened. Here you can already get a glimpse of this pretty interesting defense that Nurse has. So certainly we have Fred Van Vleet. His job is to always be holding Steph's hand and look both ways before crossing the street with him. And then the rest of the Raptors, they have one defender right in the middle of the lane here. And these others, folks, I can't tell if they're really playing man-to-man or what, but they could be also playing a zone. Wiggins just hands it to Steph and lets him split these two defenders. This causes things to go to DEFCON 1, and these two defenders are chasing Steph. All three Raptors are collapsing on Steph. We sometimes exaggerate and say the entire team is keying in on Steph, but here, literally all five Raptors are within 3 feet of Steph and closing. And that leaves, do I have to diagram this? Every single other Warrior is open now. So the lucky winner, Steph drives in, collapses the entire team, and he hits Jordan Poole in the corner. Open three, close three. Similar play. This is looking very box and one-ish. So here's the one. Steph is being hounded by Van Vleet. And then we have 4 Raptors in a box. Wiggins is cutting through, and this man doesn't seem to be following. So I think that if it's not a box and one, then there's definitely supposed to be this strong side defender zoning up behind Steph, just in case he blows by Van Vleet. Right, so you see that the defender has to get in Steph's face so he can't shoot a three, and then if he gets past the defender, then there has to be lots of people ready to rotate right to Steph. And here you zone up by having someone waiting for Steph, not even guarding another Warrior. The Warriors try something interesting here. So Steph has embraced his fate and attracted 2 men. He goes to the corner of the box, and now we have 2 Warriors being guarded by 1 Raptor here. Looney tries something clever and sets this hammer screen on the back of this defender, and Wiggins leaks out behind, and so Steph's going to try to pass it over to him. But the pass is just a little too sloppy, and Scottie Barnes sees it all the way and intercepts it. One way you can try to beat a zone is by attacking it before it even forms. So Van Vleet is waiting here for Steph, and then you can see the Raptors have already formed a kind of box, and they seem to be ready to implement the box. So when this happens, you want to attack fast. Steph hitting Poole with this pass, and then he's just going to try to attack before the zone gets set up. Nice catch. Good first step. Drives by Barnes, forces the rotation, leaving Wiggins open in the corner. Good find by Poole. Good shooting. I like this play. This is kind of subtle. So the action seems to be here. Poole is taking a pick from Looney, simple pick and roll. Raptors playing it with a slight drop from this man. But of course, we have Steph is being trailed by his own personal escort. Went by fast, but Steph flicked up a thumb. You can rewind to tell Wiggins that he should use a screen. So he's going to set a screen on Wiggins' defender. Wiggins can now cut. You would think, well, won't Van Vleet just rotate? Are you kidding? This is never going to happen. Van Vleet's job is to stay part of Steph's underwear. There's a screen. Van Vleet looking over here, and then he's going to be right back into Steph's Fruit of the Looms. Wiggins now has an open path to the basket. Looney does a great job here seeing that the cut is happening, and there'll be a quick dump off. And nice dunk. In this wild scramble for the offensive rebound, Van Vleet thought maybe I'll get ready to leak out for a fast break. And so look at all the space between Van Vleet and Steph. Steph feels this incredible sense of freedom, feels the wind blowing in his hair. Van Vleet kind of looks like he's looking around for Steph. Are you Steph? No. Are you my mother? No. While Steph is hiding over here, this guy doesn't think that he's supposed to be hawking Steph. Steph is trying to tell the world, I'm free, man. The Looney rotates it. Steph's still calling for the check. Poole sees him all the way. Nice. And then one quick pump fake. You're not Van Vleet. Sends this man past him. Sidestep. Sweet. Here's Van Vleet, as usual, inspecting the quality of Steph's jersey. They're trying a high pick and roll, but having the pick set by someone running from far away, so that it's hard for this man to also immediately trap Steph because he's behind. This also happens to be the clay play. So JTA is going to slip the screen. In this action, Looney is setting it pinned down for Damion Lee. Steph looks like he's actually going to use the screen. The Raptors have their priorities. 2 men on Steph. The lucky winner is JTA. It does look like Damion Lee is open. Steph with another one of his scary hook passes straight to JTA. That causes the Raptors to go into panic mode. 2 men go to JTA, which is like 1.5 men too many to challenge his three-pointer. And they, for some reason, leave the far better three-point shooter, Otto Porter Jr., free in the corner. And he is really, really open. Okay, the Warriors have caught on that every time Steph Curry has the ball in the pick and roll, he's going to be double teamed aggressively, so let's try it the other way around. Let's make Draymond Green the ball handler and make Steph Curry the screener in the pick and roll. Let's see if that gives any different results. So if Steph hits Scottie Barnes properly with this screen, it will give Draymond an advantage to turn the corner, and with normal pick and roll defense, Van Vleet here should either switch to Draymond or should show or do something to get in his way. But in Steph obsessive defense, that's not going to happen. Bam. Steph loves screening people. Like, this one's for Jonathan. Draymond turns the corner. Van Vleet observes this coldly and scientifically, like, oh, there's an object moving over there. He's not going to leave Steph for love or money. So bye. It's like my job is done here. I just have to stay in physical contact with Steph Curry 24/7. You all, good luck, man. So Draymond is just attacking with a lot of space. Steph is, in his own indirect way, drawn 2 men. And so now this is just a matter of, can Draymond finish this 4-on-3? Someone has to rotate. Chiozza's man rotates. This man has been just sitting in the middle anyway. So Looney does something clever. See, this man I think feels like, Looney, I don't have to guard him because he just cannot shoot the ball outside of a dunk. So he's just going to ignore Looney out here. And Looney says, fine, then you don't mind if I screen the heck out of your man here. And that means that Wiggins is going to be completely open. Draymond sees all. Draymond passes all. Wiggins shoots all. This is a kind of broken play that, of all things, ends up with Draymond out of the play and Chiozza, of all people, the only guy smaller than Steph on both teams. Now Steph is trying to use him as a pick and roll. He does attract the attention of 3 Raptors. That's impressive. I think he can only take credit for 2 of them because Draymond, in theory, is being guarded by one of these guys. And so Chiozza says, don't mind me, I'm going to pop out here. This defender finally feels some responsibility to look after Chiozza so he can attack the closeout. Goes right through. Siakam is at least stunting in to try to make this drive psychologically troubling, but not enough to stop it. So much Steph attention. You know, it wears on a person. So here's 2 players coming to him. Kevon Looney slips out here, gets the pocket pass out, and now he's got a lot of space to roll. Try to run a 4-on-3. This defender is trying to book it to get back in the play. It looks like things are under control. Steph just hanging out at half court like, all right, y'all just play without me because Van Vleet here. I'm just going to take him out of the play, and the camera's just going to pan off them because they're no longer in this scene. These Raptors look a little bit confused about what to do when they're not swarming Steph Curry. Chiozza comes out. This defender's following Dre and friendly fire screen on his own man. So it's going to make it hard for this guy to reach Chiozza or this guy to reach Chiozza. So he's pretty open. Boink. Toronto playing that funky junk defense again. So we definitely have Steph being guarded one-on-one, but then the rest of the Raptors seem to be in a zone. It's a kind of funny shaped zone. It's not a box. They always have someone in the paint here ready to stop Steph Curry from coming in, and then they have people radiating out in this triangle. So it's kind of like a fidget spinner. So I think we'll call this a fidget spinner in one. Steph does beat Van Vleet off the dribble, which makes the fidget spinner start to spin. Scottie Barnes is here, another defender right here. Barnes' man is Poole, and he's come all the way out here. So Steph just whips a pass over. As the pass goes over, Toronto moving pretty well. This part of the fidget spinner is spinning and it's rotating towards Poole. Probably if they could have this back, they would not also have Scottie Barnes rotating. You gotta have the fidget spinner spinning with balance. He should probably come out here. Anyway, 2 people go to Poole and Wiggins. Nice clean cut to the corner, very open 3. Alright, so that gives you a taste of the extremely Steph-centric defense the Raptors were playing. But this isn't 2019 anymore. The Warriors have some people who can shoot threes, and Poole and Wiggins did a great job punishing this junk defense that the Raptors threw at Steph Curry. Otto Porter's celebrations are quite a lot like interpretive dance. A couple of videos ago we had his sun salutation, I see you switching hands dance. This one, it looks like it's just okay 3, but he does this very delicate movement with his hands, and I think you can either interpret it as I'm gently picking the petals off this delicate, beautiful flower of 3-ball, or perhaps it's more like he's gently throwing little darts of love towards the 3. Maybe because it's modern dance, you can interpret it both ways. You be the judge.